Hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon So podcast. So today's episode is going to be a review of Love Island 2019 episode 21. So today I was pretty much anticipating a boring episode. I knew there was going to be a tweet challenge, but honestly I just thought that the tweets were going to be quite dry. Usually the tweets are quite dry that they pick, like considering the abundance of tweets that they can choose from. More than likely or not, the tweets that they choose are just going to be like quite dry compared to what they really could have put on the show, if we're being honest. So obviously in the beginning of the episode, I already noticed that Arabella is already getting a lot of screen time, way more screen time than a lot of other new contestants have been getting, which is quite interesting. Again, I feel like there is an Arabella/Danny agenda that the producers are trying to force upon us. But anyway, obviously the tweet challenge happens. As I suspected, the tweets, there were some juicy tweets in there, but honestly, especially with Arabella got off easy, Anton got off easy, a lot of them got off easy. I'm surprised that they went in on Molly. They did kind of go in on Amy and Curtis, but again, they could have gone way deeper than that. Those are quite light tweets, to be honest. They really could have found something a bit more juicier, something to like at least stir up some drama, some discussion amongst the house. I'm quite disappointed. But anyway, so obviously the main tweets that kind of caused a stir in the house was the Molly Mace tweet. Obviously there was two. The main tweets that are getting their attention is that she's playing a game plan and that she's in it for the money only. And then obviously there's the Amy and Curtis tweets. Again, kind of putting doubt into their relationship, into like Amy's behaviour, kind of shedding a light from the outside looking in. Curtis, again, seems like he's pretty stable within the relationship. Obviously, Amy, I can see she's getting agitated because I can see she's thinking about her public perception. Because as I've said in my prior podcast, Amy is very aware of public perception. So she's probably very pissed off and she's probably thinking that the public don't like me. She's probably thinking like, oh shit, like, I thought we were the best couple in here. I thought we were like, basically like, no doubt we were going to win this competition. But now hearing these tweets, the public obviously don't like me. So I feel like that's what she's really agitated about. And then obviously Tommy and Lucy, they were alluding at the beginning of the episode and in the previews that Lucy was considering perhaps getting back or trying to pursue things further with Tommy. So Molly is obviously annoyed at the tweet. She's kind of simmering on it. She's obviously quite agitated. Anton and also Amber basically say that they think that she's being fake and she's playing this game. Honestly, I wouldn't say she's not playing a game, but I definitely think that she does like Tommy. And I feel like Anton just needs to mind his own business. Obviously, Amber just said it as a passing statement, but I feel like Anton was trying to convince everybody and convince Tommy to kind of like break up with Molly. And like I said, Anton needs to focus on his own game plan and he needs to focus on why nobody is choosing him. I feel like he's so bored that he's just getting involved in everybody's business. Molly's game is nobody's business. At the end of the day, this is a game, whether she's being fake or she's being real, whether she's in it for the money or not. Everybody that's playing here knows that this show isn't about love anymore. Everybody knows that you're coming out here hoping to finish with a million followers on Instagram and hope to be like swimming in sponsorship money. Everybody that has gone in there, their sole purpose is not just to find love. And I feel like Anton even knows that himself, so I don't know why he's chatting and why he's being involved in somebody else's game and somebody else's gameplay. But do you feel like Anton was right to kind of call Molly out? Or do you feel like he should just have minded his business? And do you feel like Molly is playing a game? Or do you feel like this is a situation where it isn't even that deep? Then Curtis gets involved. And again, it's just another person that needs to mind his own business. He needs to worry about his relationship with Amy instead of getting involved in business that doesn't concern him. I don't know why he feels the need to insert himself into other people's business. I'm not even sure if it's the producers at this point. I feel like he actually likes doing it. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, I don't understand why people are so pressed. Like, if Molly is in it for the money, then I'm sure she's going to split the 50k with Tommy. So if they've both got 25k, then why is everybody so pressed if it's real or fake or not? Everybody knows that this show is not really about love anymore. I don't think it actually matters if Molly is in it for the money anyway. I feel like she does like Tommy, and perhaps there is the incentive there for them to stay together. The money, yes, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Personally, I feel like it's just them trying to meddle in their relationship, because I feel like everybody senses that they're a strong couple and could perhaps go to the end. And I feel like it's them trying to meddle in their relationship so that they break up and then therefore they'd be in a better running of winning the 50k. I think that's what's going on. But let me know what you think. So besides that malarkey, there's also an incident with Jordan. Obviously yesterday, Tom was saying how he wasn't really feeling Maura, which I kind of knew anyway. But his mistake was spilling it to Jordan. They're both kind of new in the house, so they don't really have loyalty towards each other. Jordan tells Anna. I think Jordan told Anna not to tell anybody, but we all know how it goes in that house. Anna said that she had to respect the girl code or whatever and spill the tea to Maura, but we already knew that's how it was going to go. So she spills the tea to Maura, and then Maura's quite angry about it, and she's she's quite sure that Tom must have said something bad about her. But the only bad thing that he really said was that she was cringy. And also, I just feel like, aren't you tired of getting mad, Maura? If the guy doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. Why would you then be mad about it? If the guy obviously doesn't like you, then just leave it. All of this arguing to say, what did you say about me? What did you say about me? Is Maura not tired of raising her voice? Honestly, I'm bored of it. I feel like she's bored too. And again, another person who's aware of the public and, the storylines in the house. And obviously, the producers are picking and choosing who are staying and who are leaving. She's probably thinking okay, Tom doesn't like me now. I need to do something that will make the producers want to keep me in. If worse comes to worse and it comes to a vote or something, I need to do something to let the producers know that I'm good entertainment. So I feel like that's why she's making a big deal out of really nothing. And then another person who I think is trying to get another storyline is Lucy. Obviously, when she was saying, with the tweet about saying that Tommy and Lucy were meant to be together, she kind of said something I'd never say never. I've been friends with guys before, and then it developed into a relationship. So I'd never say never. And I feel like, again, Lucy is very aware of that. The producers are keeping her in and she wants to continue that. So again, I feel like she's just saying anything. I don't think she has any intention of trying to start anything with Tommy. And if she did, I think it'd purely be a game plan sort of thing. So after the tweets, Molly's kind of feeling a type of way, and she tells Tommy that she's okay with Lucy being friends. But she's not cool with the cuddling and stuff. She feels a bit uncomfortable with that. And that is an example of how you tell somebody that you're not really liking how they're being extra friendly with their friends of the opposite sex. That is how you do it. I feel like Molly was perfectly entitled to bring that up, and Tommy did, go up to Lucy and say, no more hugging, no more cuddles kind of thing. And Lucy kind of was oh, I don't like how we're having boundaries on our friendship now. And it's kind of how can you not understand that somebody's partner might feel a type of way if you're cuddling up with them after they've tried to pursue you? Obviously, Lucy is not the sharpest tool in the shed. That's becoming very obvious now. But I feel like she can at least comprehend that. And I feel like her playing this, oh, I don't know why Molly's being like this now, is again playing up to the producers. And again, as I say, I think she's very aware that because she's not in a couple, she needs a storyline, and this is the storyline that she's trying to run with. But let me know what you think. Do you feel like Lucy generally would want to get back together with Tommy, or do you feel like this is just a part of her game plan? Overall, a decent episode, not too bad, slightly better than the one yesterday. But again, the season is dry. But anyway, tomorrow there's an elimination. They knew they needed to do something. And I've been asking for a couple elimination for the longest time. And now that they've finally done it, obviously I've wanted Amy and Curtis to go. And now they've finally done it. But now there's, somehow there is a couple that I want to go more than Amy and Curtis. So in terms of who I voted for Anna and Jordan. My favourite couple is Amber and Michael, but I did vote for Anna and Jordan tactically because I know that Amber and Michael are going to get lots of votes and they're going to be safe. So to make sure that Anna and Jordan are safe, because I do like Anna and Jordan, I guess too, but mostly Anna, to ensure that they were saved, I did pick them. In terms of who I think are vulnerable to go home, definitely at Danny and Arabella. I think it will be them if it's a thing where it's straight couple, like the lowest votes go home straight couple. I think it's going to be Danny and Arabella. But if it's a bottom two kind of thing, I think then the other couple that would be vulnerable, if it's if it's two couples in the bottom and it's another thing where it's like we only send one of them home, I think the bottom couples will be, alongside Danny and Arabella, they're definitely going to be in the bottom, will be Anton and Lucy. But I'm in two minds also of whether it'd be Anton and Lucy, because obviously they're not on a couple, so they wouldn't have couple support, but they do have individual support. A lot of people support Anton and a lot of people support Lucy, even though she doesn't really offer that much to the house. She has a lot of followers on Instagram. She has like over 1 million now. So obviously that will mean that she'll have a lot of support. Tom and Maura could be in trouble. Again, Maura has a lot of support. A lot of the kind of sex positive people support her. A lot of like feminist Twitter is supporting her. So it depends what kind of demographic is watching, if they would prefer to, if they would. I feel like she does have support, but it's kind of a thing where the demographic that she has support from, whether they would use that vote for her. If you could vote for more than one couple, I think she probably would be safe, but I'm not 100% sure. So, and also Tom and Maura as a couple, I feel like if she was coupled up with somebody else, it would have been more of a sure thing that she would be comfortably safe. But because she's coupled up with Tom, I don't know if that is secure enough for people to actually say, instead of saving, because there's a lot of couples to choose from too. I don't know if the coupling that she's in right now would be special enough to have a vote that would save her from elimination. But I think that she could. But I still think that she is potentially vulnerable, so Maura and Tom. And perhaps Amy and Curtis. They had a lot of support at the beginning. They probably still have some support, but they could be vulnerable. Like, a lot of people are getting annoyed with Curtis. A lot of people are seeing Amy for what she really is, a manipulative person. So perhaps they could be in the bottom. But honestly, if it's just a one couple are out thing, the lowest votes out, it's definitely Danny and Arabella, which is actually so funny. It would be so funny if that was the case and they both just get sent packing. and he'd be going home knowing that he sent himself home. Because if it was the same thing and it was Yewande and Danny, they wouldn't have been in the bottom. I think that it would have been Amy and Curtis and who else? Amy and Curtis, Tom and Maura, and Anton and Lucy in the bottom. I think if Danny had picked Yewande and it was the same thing, vote today, Danny would have been safe. But yeah, I'm not going to let the producers off the hook just because of that though. They still did my girl Yewande dirty. Another thing to mention is that Maura completely snaked Lucy. Even though I thought they were friends, Maura spilled the tea about what Lucy said to Maura about like being open to basically stealing Tommy. Like, she'd never say never. And she said that to Amy and Amber, obviously, and knowing that Amy and Amber would spread that to Molly. So I think she knows exactly what she was doing. And the only thing that I can think about why she would be so snaky like that is because she's jealous. Because obviously Maura was after Tommy before. Lucy's now going after him. She's probably jealous about that, and that's why she spread it. I don't know how I feel about that. That was very unnecessary for Maura, because I thought that she had a lot more. I thought that Maura had a lot more loyalty than that, but I can see that she's playing a very desperate game, and she's doing whatever she can to make a name for herself and, cause as much drama as possible so that the producers will continue saving her. As I suspected, there is a lot of support for Molly May. a lot of people feel like everybody is getting involved for no reason. And people feel like, Tommy and Molly are good for each other. And a lot of people have said, like, if Molly is playing a game, who's to say that Tommy isn't playing one too? And I've seen a lot of people, I feel like there's people trying to compare Molly and Joe's situation, because obviously Joe told Lucy he didn't like her hanging out with Tommy and it was strange, and to basically start hanging out with the girls and that she shouldn't hang out with him, and trying to compare that because Molly said that she doesn't feel comfortable with them cuddling and stuff. I don't think it's a comparable situation. I feel like Joe was being quite controlling in the language that he was using, while Molly made it clear that she doesn't mind them being friends, but there needs to be boundaries in stuff like cuddling and hugging, and hugging for long periods of time. So I think that you can't really compare the two, and I feel like I don't think there was an ounce in toxicity in what Molly said, and I feel like you can't really compare the two. But let me know what you think. Do you feel like it's a double standard going on here? I don't think it is. And again, there is a lot of support for Tommy. People are saying that he's like really adorable and really sweet. I haven't seen really any negativity. I've seen people calling him like stupid, but that's to be expected. And there's some negativity for Lucy on Twitter. A lot of people are basically saying like this is why she doesn't have any girlfriends, because she steals people's boyfriends. She probably does. But yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care about Molly and Tommy enough to be like pissed off that she wants to interfere in their relationship. I don't think she actually would try to. Like I said, I feel like she was just saying whatever to please the producers so that she could try and extend her holiday and top up her tan a bit longer. But yeah, if you haven't yet, follow me on Twitter. My handle is shannonfabuloso. That's shannonfabuloso. It's in the description. I usually live tweet in the episode, so feel free to @ me during the episode. I'm on Twitter. I'm actually seeing that quite a few people are saying that they voted for Danny and Arabella because they want to get Amy and Curtis out. I've obviously seen a few people saying they're voting for Michael and Amber. I've seen more than a few people saying they're voting for Anton and Lucy. And I've seen 1 or 2 people say that they're voting for Tom and Maura. A lot of people are saying they're tactically voting. Let me know who you voted for and why. But yeah, until next time, guys. Bye.